So last week we were talking about how, instead of looking at other people who are potential dating candidates and asking what they will bring you, you should be asking, well, what can I bring them? And in that same line, instead of looking at other people and judging them for their imperfections and then rejecting them because they're too imperfect, and for many of us, any imperfection is too imperfect. So instead of rejecting people with their imperfections, why don't we flip that around and recognize that, hey, you know what? They may have imperfections, but I got a whole lot more imperfections inside of me. So what I need to do is look inside of me first and, recognize that I have imperfections and then let that realization lead me to a place of empathy and compassion so that when I look at other people, I'm more prone to ask, okay, what can I do to help you reject your imperfections? Instead of rejecting you with your imperfections, what can I do to help you reject your imperfections and become more perfect? What can I do to help you improve? What can I help you to become your best you? And if we were to have that response while dating, we would have a lot more joy in our journey. I guarantee you, because, we're too stifled up. We look at this the wrong way. You want to progress forward in your journey. You can't be going at things backwards. You can't move forward while you go backwards. It just doesn't work. So if you want to progress forward in your journey, then you need to face forward and you need to move forward. So let's start approaching things in a more positive way. And that will help us to move forward in our journey, not just in our dating journey, but in any journey that you're taking, right? Because, if you want to move forward in any journey that you're embarking on, you can't be moving backward. You got to move forwards. You got to move forward. Now, admittedly, life is like a dance, and that sometimes you have to take a step back in order to take a step forward. Okay. But there's a difference between taking a step back so that you can take a step forward and actually moving backwards. There's a difference between those two. And we don't want to be moving backwards. And oftentimes that's what we're doing. We're moving backwards because we're approaching things backwards. What we need to do is flip things around and we need to come to a place where we can say, okay, I'm going to approach this forward. I'm going to move in a positive direction. I'm going to flip this stuff around. See, it's all in your head. A lot of the stuff that just prevents us from making the progress we want to make in our dating journey is in our head. It's with the faulty assumptions that we have. It's with the, false perceptions that we have. We look at somebody and say, "Oh, you're too imperfect," when in actuality, that person may be just perfect for us because their imperfections complement our perfections and our perfections complement their imperfections. And if we only got together and were willing to give our all to each other, we could help each other become perfect. We could help each other become our best you. But see, this is where we get stuck. We put ourselves into a chicken and egg syndrome, right? Because we keep looking at other people and saying, I want someone who's perfect. But very often, the case is that the perfection we're looking for in a partner cannot come by someone who doesn't have a partner. The perfection that we're looking for comes in having a relationship with the partner. And it's in having that relationship and working with that relationship that you achieve the perfection that you want in the end. So looking at other people and saying, okay, well, you're not perfect enough for me, so therefore I'm going to reject you as a candidate. Well, you're just shooting yourself in the foot because the perfection you're looking for can't come unless that person's in a relationship. So you need to have the relationship with the person and become perfect together. See, perfect's not something you find. Perfect is something that you achieve together with your partner. So, we need to stop moving backwards. We need to stop looking for perfection in our dating partners, and we need to start being more tolerant of imperfection and start looking for, okay, what are the perfections that somebody has and what can I do to help that other person become more perfect? Howdy peeps. I hope you enjoyed this clip from the Join the Journey radio program. And if you did, be sure to click subscribe so you can get more clips in the future. And be sure to check out the Join the Journey radio program broadcast every Wednesday night on the Join the Journey radio network. Find more information at jointhejourneyradio.com.